Okay, are we live? Oh, the upload rate isn't a lot. Why is that so slow? We're only uploading at like 5 kbps. All right. Oh, there you go. It's gone green now. It's gone green. Right. So if I press type run in this command window, bump, it sees the server connected to chat live. Right. And if I click chat arena, there you go. You can see the arena. I'm going to bring up a window and see if that's working. Oh, it says live. Right, if I go to live, let's mute this tab. Experimental stream, chat arena. Oh, there you go. I got it on the screen. All right, okay. So I can interact with chats. I can say hello. We could do it. Could do with having chat on the screen, couldn't we? Because we've got a large gap in the bottom right-hand corner. Well, you can't see my cursor on the screen because it's running on a server. It's actually like a web page. It's a generated web page running on a server. And it's like there's a browser window. It takes up the whole window. That's how it's working behind the scenes. But I can interact in the command window, I believe. No, I can't. In the test version of this, I can't interact. So I got to use chat. So I can go. Right. Yeah, when I did the test before, it's really slow. Yeah, nothing's happening, is it? There you go. It's moved right. Yeah, there's a large delay. There's a large delay. So what I need now, I believe, is feedback. Feedback on the screen is saying which, because we've got a large gap in the bottom right-hand corner. So I could put such and such user moved right, such and such user moved left, and things like that. So I was tempted when I went out earlier just to keep this running and see if anyone interacts with it. Because I did this test the other week, didn't I? Just open a new tab. Go to live. Yeah, I did it. I did it 12 days ago. I worked on this 12 days. I've literally done nothing since then. I've done nothing since then. I went out for a walk earlier, to do a video. It's on the other channel. I should be editing that now, actually. I was tempted to keep this running. Run it a bit longer. So the 6 grayed out squares in the center of the arena, they are walls. You can't move into those squares. So I am tempted just to test and see if people are willing to interact with this. Because if people aren't willing to interact with this, then maybe it's not worth pursuing more ambitious projects. Because I'm trying to think of something which I can have running on, say, one of my spare tablets, and have it just sat in a corner of a room running something constantly, just a live stream. That's what I'm thinking of doing. I got several projects. It's like I've got like a radio project I'm working on. So I'm tempted to leave this running, just mute this, and then leave this running, and then go out for a walk, say walk around the block and just waste some time, and then I could do the exercise anyway, and see if anyone interacts with this, because everyone's names will appear on the leaderboard on the right hand side. I assume the leaderboard will just extend downwards, but that's the one thing, and this needs adding. It needs some interaction, some feedback that the last move. Who did the last move? And maybe words on the screen saying there could be some delay between commands and moves actually happening. It's like if I go down, right, it resets the arena once you get to the goal. Yeah, there's quite a delay. There's quite a big delay. But I suppose it makes it more challenging. If there's several people playing, it might make it more challenging. And there is a cooldown as well. You can't just keep spamming the controls. There's a number of seconds. So it allows multiple people to have a go, multiple chatters to have a go. Is the contrast enough? Do we need more contrast? Do we need like an outline of the boxes or something? Hello, Happy. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay. There's quite a long delay. But then if you're watching from elsewhere in the world, maybe the stream is delayed for you as well. So maybe it's yeah, right should work. There you go. It's moved right. It's moved right. But yeah, but that's one of the problems I've got with this. We need feedback on the screen. Hi. Yeah, it definitely needs feedback showing who did the last move, didn't it? There's also a cooldown as well. So once you've done a command, there's a number of seconds that it won't. See if I can bring the code up. I'll find out how many seconds that is. Oh, the light grey. Oh, these are walls. These are walls you can't move through. So I think we need that sort of feedback as well, don't we? We need that sort of feedback. That's one of the limitations. We need to show that these are walls you can't move through. It's like if you go right, you can't go through them. Like maybe if we had like a wall texture on them or something, like a brick texture, that might work. be interesting to see your name on the leaderboard, Happy, because on testing this, I've only got my tests I did. The leaderboard is a little text file that is just saved in the folder. So many Windows little projects I'm working on open. I just can't even find the one for this game. Oh, there it is, Chat Arena. Yeah, the cooldown is 3 seconds and is set in a little settings file. Yeah, I think the delay is a big limitation, but then we have to just take that into account. Because if the delay is the same for everyone, it could still be an interesting game, couldn't it? But it definitely needs feedback on who made the last move. Because I mean, earlier on today, I was out. I went out for a walk and did some videos, did some walking videos, which will go on the other channels. And I was thinking, oh, I could have just had this running at home. There should be a notification on the screen. There you go. Happy wins. There you go. You got name on the leaderboard. GBAT. See, there's no walls now because the walls are placed randomly. The walls are placed randomly. See, I can play as well. I can play like. Yeah, there's a 3-second cooldown between. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, sorry, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't take into account that. Sorry, I took you. I didn't take it into account. Sorry, I didn't take into account the delay in this. Oh, I'm sorry. Right, I won't touch it. I won't touch it. See, if there are lots of users, I think it'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? This definitely has potential. It definitely has potential. But I think it's a good proof of concept that something like this works. You know, that chat can control stuff on the screen. I know we did the Kerbal. I did that rover in Kerbal Space Program where chat could control the rover, but you know, that had a number of issues. Like once chat took control of the rover, I had no longer control of the rover in game. But this definitely does open the door to other more ambitious games, and like a first person perspective maze or something, or maybe each people in chat can choose a champion, a sprite who's a champion for them. Maybe they can do some sort of challenge. I mean, maybe there could even be multiple sprites for different people in chat. That could work as well. You could type exclamation mark spawn or something and bring your own personal sprite up on screen with your own name. With your own name, that would be really good, wouldn't it? Because at the moment it works like a cooperative game. So yeah, definitely opens the door to other ideas. I got a cat that's meowing for a second, so I'll just mute and just leave this on the screen and see how it goes. I'll be back in a bit. Yeah, my cat was meowing, so I had to go and see to her and gave her some treats. Hello, Gary. Happy and Gary. Yeah, I just ran back upstairs. So this works. We definitely need some feedback on screen, doesn't there? There needs to be some feedback showing which players moves with the last one that was red was shown on screen. I don't know what GBAT is. So you just type in up, down, left, right. Type up, down, left, right with exclamation mark to move the square to the green circle. Yeah. So there needs to be more on screen saying this is a chat-based game. These are the moves. Anyone can interact. I can interact as well. I try not to take Happy's win like I did earlier. There's a cooldown. There's a 3-second cooldown, so you just can't spam the controls. You know, GBAT is what comes up when chat lands on goal. Where's GBAT? Oh, I missed something. No, it just says Happy wins. I can't see GBAT. I don't know where you're getting GBAT comes from. Meow. Meow doesn't work with this one. Oh, we could have sounds, couldn't we? Actually, maybe I should make a text file in the folder saying features to add. Sounds. Meow sounds. We need feedback for last player move detected. Square thing. It's a glitch. Oh, it's a glitch, is it? Oh, right. I see where you're getting it from. The words overlap. Okay, I just didn't even look at that. All right, we'll have to see. We'll have to see when you get there. Who is meowing this square? Mowing this square? Anyone, all of us, anyone in chat can control it. Anyone in chat, anyone. But I think Happy and I were discussing earlier. Yeah, it says GBAT. I can see the GBAT now. GBAT. I can see the GBAT now. Yeah. Yeah, we were discussing earlier. We we're just thinking out loud, thinking that like an alternative is maybe you could have two different sprites controlled by whoever is interacting in chat. But then you've got two sprites. I suppose there'll be an occasion where those two like individual chat sprites could be on one square. Because Gary, weren't you working on a Kerbal mod to show chat on screen, which might be interesting because with this sort of game we could have like chat on screen, but it's not a huge amount of screen space. But I'm thinking in the top bottom right hand corner where you can have. I managed to finish the beta of my mod to have live chat in KSP. Live chat in KSP. I'll have to see what you've done with that. You've done a video about it on your channel? Right, hang on. Because this what we're working on here, Chat Arena. Having chat on the screen is not really going to help, is it? Because we've got the chat on the right-hand side of the screen. But we definitely need feedback about who's the last controls. Oh, you did a live stream. Sorry, I didn't catch it. I made a little interactive website to help people understand how Minecraft biomes are generated. I've never played Minecraft. I've never played it. Never played Minecraft. I've watched my niece play it. I've watched other people play it. I've watched streams of people playing it, but I've never played it myself. I guess Minecraft would be the sort of thing. Once you start playing it, you just get addicted to it. You play it forever. Can I link it? I'm not sure if I've got settings that allow you to link in chat. You can try if you want. You can try if you want. I mean, I don't mind links being displayed in chat, but I'm not sure if I've got settings because I know on Twitch, when I streamed on Twitch, there's certain settings like don't allow links in chat and things like that. 2-week phrase. Hang on, I still have a problem. After 45 minutes or so, it stops sending comments and I need to reset the connection. But apart from TOS, it is gate. Because the way I think your mod worked, Gary, was just like going to the web page that's generating chat, didn't it? It just shows that on screen and modifies that. Wasn't that? So you don't go through the API. Well, that's actually an elegant way of doing it because people don't have to mess around with trying to get API access to Google and YouTube, which is a faff in itself. Do you read comments under your videos? Sometimes. Sometimes I read comments under my videos. Sometimes. Hang on, I can bring up. I bring up YouTube Studio. I got 4 YouTube channels and I've been working on the other ones for the last couple of weeks. Content. Community. Yeah, the last comment I've got on this channel is someone speaking in another language talking about a walk around of a lynx I did. There's people who are talking about an issue the docking port issue on Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, in the community tab on YouTube. Did the link show up? No, the link didn't show up. Happy. No, it didn't. I would like to send you a link to my Google Cloud so I can download this, what I did, and you can see how it works. Okay. Well, I need an instant messaging. We do. I do need an instant messaging thing, don't I? Biome Explorer. Send you a link. I'm just trying to think. How can you send me a link? I got the Blue Sky account. Anyone can send me messages in the Blue Sky account. Mr. Blue Sky. Yeah, I got the Blue Sky account. Because I'm not using X anymore, Twitter. I still got a Twitter account. Every time I go on Twitter, there's some some robot account that keeps following me, and I gotta block them. Oh, on YouTube chat, I realised you could just click people's names and go to their channel. Because you've got your space dock links on your channel on YouTube, Gary. I'm just looking at the Biome Explorer. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I got it on. I just searched to GitHub Biome Explorer happy, and yeah, I got your page. What is it? Just some sort of HTML file that images miss. If you Google Biome Explorer, there you go. There you go. I can post links in chat. I can post links in chat. Oh, it's JavaScript. So I'm just showing some windows now. Oh, the mic isn't working. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the mic isn't off. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I did a simple YouTube downloader.exe. A YouTube downloader, is that works like what was it? YTDL project. YouTube downloader. There is a YouTube downloader project already that downloads videos from web pages. I'm just trying to see how this Biome Explorer works. If I go to images, oh, it just picks up the images. I see. It's just like all sorts of images for thing. It's okay. But it's good though that all of us are working on different projects. There's like more creativity. I'm sorry, I'm just messing with this Biome Explorer. Just see. I don't know how Minecraft works. If you want to chat KSP mod, is there to download both zips? You need. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. Let's close that. I was going to go to Gary Blue's. Did you publicly release your mod? Because you got. If I go to Gary Blue on Space Dock, you got Curb Note Lite, which I was using, Curb Vision, and Breed the Kerbal. What biomes did you find? I didn't know. I wasn't taking note of the biomes of the find. I was just randomly pulling the sliders back and forth, happy to see what images came up. It's like Gary's Space Dock page is that one. Because that's where if I do get any mods, I tend to get them from Space Dock. Yeah, I was going to do more skins for the Curb Note Light, but I haven't got back around to it. Did I get any land biomes? Oh, hang on. Did I get any land biomes? I'll run it again. I got lots of different biomes because it's just making a comparison between the sliders and the yeah. There's land biomes at all that do appear. Right, I'm trying to talk to both of you about different projects now. See, Gary's talking about is downloading from YT. There are several other applications you can use for downloading videos on YouTube, but I know that YouTube is a bit unhappy about you downloading too much, and like you got upper what's it called? You can have download rate restrictions and how many retries you do and things like that. Well, it's based on the algorithm in game. So like if you want to land, just put humidity down in it, and it'll show you more land, I assume. It takes a couple of seconds for it to go through the pictures and display a new picture. I use PyTube Fix to download from YouTube. I don't know what PyTube Fix is. It's a Python extension, or what's it called, library. Yeah, because I've been using YTTL. Humidity down will give you drier biomes. On your YouTube channel. I had your YouTube channel up a second ago. It's on your Google Drive. So I'm lost now. Where are we? What are we talking about? No restrictions at all. Download whatever you want. How are you doing that? Reading what Gary Blue was saying earlier. If you want to check what Chat KSP mod is there too, download both zips. You need to open the mod. Obviously, you need to drop game data. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Happy, yeah, as well. I guess it's just a way of gaining more Kerbals in orbit, which was actually a feature they were going to have of Kerbal Space Program 2, wasn't it? It was a feature they were going to implement. It did make me feel a bit uncomfortable, but there you go. If that's what people wanted. does anyone want to get to the goal? Is this an issue we've got with the Chat Arena game? No one wants to do this. Message is held for review. Oh, sounds like sure, I can show that message. It's okay. So R34. So you can't talk about Skylines. You can't talk about Nissan Skylines. You know, R34. You can't talk about Skylines. Yeah, is this an issue with Chat Arena? People is too polite, and everyone wants somebody else to make the last move. I suppose that if everyone on Chat Arena had their own sprite, then it would eliminate that issue. Yeah, I'm sure you know what that means. Yeah, I know. Magic. Is there enough incentive to get chats to interact with the game and get to the goal other than getting their name on the leaderboard? Oh, and by the way, remember when I was telling you about whether or not the static was on your end or my speakers busted? Yeah, that was a while ago now. It was like last month, a month or two ago. My speakers are busted. It's not your end. Oh, great. Because I was worried because I know I've got a fan that I have running in my room. Well, it's not running now, but it's been running a lot this week, and I was worried that was coming out on the microphone, and I was checking all my settings because when you were talking about it happy, and I thought, oh, is the fan? I think I went and reset all the audio controls in OBS, thinking, oh, is this something on here that I can mask the sound of the fan? Oh, so it's your end, okay. Speakers busted. Because if you have expensive speakers, isn't it like you can damage the speakers if you make pops and bangs and stuff can go through the don't worry. Because I know I've known people, audiophiles, who have expensive audio equipment. They require like the speakers to go through some mixing desk, and if they turn their machines on and off, all the volumes have to be down in order to not damage the speakers. I know some people are really expensive equipment do that. And then only when like your machine's booted up or whatever, then they'll start raising the levels on a mixing desk to allow sound to go to speakers. Again, if you find me links on YouTube, there's a link to my drive under YT Chat KSP. Download both zips. All right, Gary, yeah. Because I got your YouTube channel up on the right hand screen. I didn't know where the links were. YouTube Chat KSP. I'm not finding Gary's links. I'm not finding Gary's links. Oh, hang on, I got it. I did the search. GBAT, that one, Gary. This looks complex. It's sorry, I'm just look. I've on the main monitor. I've got the YouTube window up so I can monitor everything that's happening with the game with Chat Arena. And it just says there's 4 people watching, so it means there's 3 of us interacting in chat. So it means there's someone watching who doesn't want to interact in chat. I just want to remind people that anyone can interact with this game just by typing right, down, left, right. It needs work, I know. So any suggestions of what we can do with the chat arena? I've got a little things to add text file. I'll just write in some ideas in there. What's your favorite programming language? I don't know, QBasic. Because when I first started working with code, it was Amstrad Basic on a Spectrum. On my channel, under my picture. To be honest, I used to do a lot with PHP. It's the only one I really remembered stuff. I could make stuff myself without referencing anything else. As PHP, I used to do a lot of stuff with PHP. Oh, you're on your phone, Gary. Okay. But then I haven't done anything with PHP for over 10 years. Can't be bothered to run a server locally or anything like that now. x86 assembly, that's fun. Yeah. Let's just avoid that. Let's avoid assembly code. Gets rid of the abstraction, though, doesn't it? I wonder what Draconite uses. Because he works actually for games companies making games, I believe. somebody else I know on YouTube and Twitch who codes and makes games, but he actually works in the gaming industry. I think I'm not sure what he does exactly. Let's see. Oh, the cat maze, which I worked on last week, and there's a video on the channel. That's done in C#. But I vibe coded that. Apart from I did the pictures myself. Because, most Windows machines have actually got a C# compiler on board. It was in one of the .NET distributables. There was a C# compiler, so anyone can compile C# apps on a Windows machine. So it's just a way of making machines without having to download any special software or anything. You can just literally just code anything. C# is Microsoft Java, yeah. But it's a way of making like really complex, or a way of making decent applications without downloading any special software or having to learn any special software or coding. Did you download it? You can check if it works. No, I haven't downloaded anything, Gary. Because do you have a binary, a compiled version of your YT chat KSP mod? Because I don't really want to mess around downloading this and compiling it. Fun fact, .NET executables are similar to JVM executables. They compile to bytecode, not machine code. That goes over my head happy. That's beyond me. Bytecode, machine code, I thought that's the same thing. See, that's I'm not that experienced. I don't know a lot. It's embarrassing. Java Virtual Machine. Are you afraid? But I've been wanting to make my own MP3 player. I did Vibecode an MP3 player a couple of months ago, and basically I was able to get an MP3 player that have all the features I wanted within 29 kilobytes. And if you download other people's apps, they're huge, like several megabytes, much larger. Am I afraid? Yeah, I don't trust your code. I don't trust your code, Gary. Yeah. I mean, Java and C# don't compile to x86 machine code. They've got this machine agnostic bytecode that gets interpreted by an interpreter. Does that make them slower, Happy? Does that mean it takes more effort to run a C# and Java application? I mean, does it use more CPU cycles to run, say, a C# or Java application? Yes. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Maybe I'll look into that, see if there's a way of but it's not terrible for most usages. Maybe I'll have to look that up or research that, see if there's a way of making things a bit faster. So it's better than Python, Lua Basic, but not as good as C++. Hi, hi. Oh, ship. Hello, ship. Oh, ship. You're going to interact. The game works, by the way. It works. So anyone in chat can play this. You go right, left. Pebbles made this chat game. Yeah, I made it. I did do a short stream like last week or maybe the week before that I tested this game, but I haven't done anything since then. I'm just testing it this evening because I was tempted yesterday when I went out for a few hours. I was tempted to leave this running in the background, but I don't know if people could understand what was happening in the game. Because the only incentive we got at the moment for chat to get to the goal is that your names to appear on the leaderboard. I mean, there's a few flaws in this. It does need to say whose moves were the last ones detected. It's a bit slow because of the stream delay, yeah. But if everyone has a reasonable delay, I don't think it causes an issue. Also, there is a 3-second cooldown, so you can't just keep spamming commands. So once you've made a command and it's detected the command, it won't give you a chance of it won't read one of your next commands unless 3 seconds have elapsed, to stop people just constantly spamming stuff. No, I must not be tempted to type anything in chat at the moment because when I took Happy's move earlier, there you go. We got a point on the leaderboard. GBAT, and it says GBAT. Yeah, the words overlap. GBAT. What GBAT's going to become a thing now, and every time there's a win, it'll just say GBAT. So good at this game. Down. Ship is an epic game. Yeah, that was an epic. That was an epic win. Yeah. Unmatched level of skill. Yeah, the lighter grey are walls which you can't get through, which I suppose we could try and put texture there or something. But this game, Chat Arena, is a. I was tempted to call it Chat Arena of Time, but it's a proof of concept. It's a proof of concept that chat can control something on the screen. GBAT. But I mean, I could start thinking of other. Gary needs his name on the leaderboard. Gary doesn't have his name on the leaderboard. But seeing that this works is interesting because it opens the door to other projects, other more ambitious projects. Chat game projects. Because I don't know if like a first-person perspective maze with fighting would work, But what I'm thinking of though is have something like this, like more of a maze. But then if we have a maze with multiple sprites, each sprite controlled by different person in chat, then some people are going to have an easier maze route than others. So maybe that's a bit unfair. What if chat played Kerbal Space Program? Ship, we've got I've got the chat controlled rover. I got the chat controlled rover in Kerbal Space Program. It worked. Haven't you seen the chat controlled rover? I thought a bunch of you saw the chat controlled rover. Because I've got a rover in with the because in KSP I've got the script that shows chat by the Kerbals. How it shows the Kerbals chatting in the top. Well, that has got a bit of code in it that can interact with Kerbal Space Program, and one of the rovers I've got in Kerbal Space Program can actually be controlled by chat. But one of the problems I had with that is once chat control. Oh, you didn't see it. Oh, you haven't seen it. I thought I had a bunch of people seen it. Sorry, I didn't realise you haven't seen it. Yeah, I've got a rover in Kerbal Space Program. The chats can move around the screen. I brought it up on live streams a few times. So it's probably a time when you haven't been watching. It probably been earlier or later in the day when I've been streaming. Yeah, but I've got a rover that we've tested in KSP. The chat can drive around, but one of the problems with this rover is once chat takes control over it, I have no control over it in game. Yeah, there is a 3-second cooldown after every command, the up, down, left, right. Is it working? Is it working? I just can't see chat moving on screen. Why isn't it? I don't know why it's not moving. I don't know why it's not moving. I just noticed it's not moving myself. Let me just check. Oh, there's an error. There's an error. Hang on. Hang on. It says chat poll error, HTTP error when requesting blah blah blah. Right. I think we broke it. We broke it. Yeah, we broke it. What it is, because this uses the YouTube API, I think there's a limit to how many requests you can make to the API. Hang on, let me run this again. If I go CLS, run it again. It's not working. It's not working. Chatterina is broken. Chatterina is broken. All right. Go to KSP. Right, Gary says go to KSP. Let's try going to KSP. Hang on, I'm going to have to mess around with a bunch of the windows here. So I'm going to have to close your chat window and bring the chat dock up. So, right, if I close the YouTube there, I'll close the chat. I'm going to have to move some of these around. Sorry, I got so many windows and so many projects open. All right, I'm going to have to load Steam. Hang on, if I go to placeholder. Right, it's not going to work anymore. Ship. I've cancelled it. It's no longer working. It's bust. Right, if I load Kerbal Space Program, right, and then bring up Kerbal Chat Bring up the Kerbal chat window. Oh, there's so many windows open here. Where's Kerbal chat? Got it. Right, Kerbal chat is on the screen there. Waiting for KSP to launch, right? And then I've got the Kerbal funds tracker, which I can open up as well. Kerbal funds tracker is working. Smart cat. Right, KSP is loading. All right. I'll try and show off chats. This chat controlled rover. I'll try and show this chat controlled rover. Oh, hang on. If we've maxed out the number of requests we can make to the YouTube API, chat control rover is not going to work, is it? Don't know. Did everyone hear about Kerbal Company? There was some news that I briefly looked at, the people campaigning for Kerbal Space Program to be open sourced. It will not work then. Yeah. The chat controlled rover is not going to work. I'm still waiting for KSP to load. Right, it's got resume saves, resume. Let's go back to there. The owners of the franchise seems to have restarted development. Oh, right. Open source. Yeah, there was something. I was scrolling one of the social medias earlier, and there was something came up saying there's a campaign to open source KSP. Restarted development of KSP1, because I know KSP1 is really, a patchwork of different code all running together. But then it does sort of work. Let's play KSP 682. Right, if we walk to Sunrise, system running, okay, smart, yeah, right. The Kerbal chat is working now because I can see. Spaghetti code, that's a way of describing it. Spaghetti code. Spaghetto. Spaghetto. Carp one. This. Does anyone remember this? Right, stick Kerbal in there. No, Valentina. Right, Valentina. They've created new subsidiary and there's some activity on KSP's Steam database. It'll be interesting to see if anything comes of it. Right. So this rover, right? This rover is something we just threw together in a stream once. Now this, yeah, people can can control this. I can't remember. Were the controls forward, back, forward? Yeah. The rover, that is. The chat in the command window, the chat in the Kerbal chat window is slower than the YouTube chat. So it may not register your commands for the rover for a few seconds. Because Gary's already said forward, forward. Oh, hang on, what's it? Forward 1. It's unlikely to work. I'm calling it now. Yeah, because I think we've maxed out our requests to the YouTube chat, YouTube API. I don't know. Because something was happening with the chat arena, wasn't it? I may have to restart the Kerbal chat code. Yeah, I'm restarting the Kerbal chat code. Got to find the window now. Hang on, let me type that up. Forward 1. Forward 1. I've got to go. Homework to do. All right. See you happy. There you go. It worked. There you go. You can control the rover. Every time I click off into chat, I can't see KSP on the screen. So if I type in, I can't remember, there's an upper limit on, I think it's 5 seconds, isn't it? There you go. Driving forward for 5 seconds. It's working, see? There you go, it works. If I remember, there's like an upper speed or an upper amount of power you can put onto the wheels. It only like provides like 20% of power to the wheels rather than 100% of power. What do you mean maxed out? I don't see a problem with my mod. I see we have different ways to push comments to the game. Right, 3. Yeah, because I'm going through the API and there was a bunch of errors when we with Chat Arena just now, so I thought we'd maxed it out, but obviously we haven't, because there's a certain number of requests per day you can make to the YouTube API. I thought we had maxed it out when in Chat Arena, but obviously we haven't, because this is working now. So I think it could be a number of requests within a certain time limit. We must have maxed it out with Chat Arena. I don't know. It's more experimentation. We need more experimentation. But this is working. You see, I my hands are off the controls. I'm just sat here, my arms folded, and you guys are controlling the rover. The only control I've got is controlling the view. That's all I've got. Yeah, it works. Hang on. I'm going to grab a drink of water, so I'll let you guys play with that for a second because I've been talking for a bit. My throat hurts. Yeah, 5 seconds is the maximum. It stops people just driving off cliffs, or makes it less likely that people would drive off cliffs. Forward. Yeah, it also only provides low power to the wheels as well. So it may not have enough power to get up that slope. Oh, excuse me. Stop works as well. Stop. Hang on. Stop. How do I know I want? How do you know I want to crash? Yeah. What stop does, it puts the brakes on for a couple of seconds, then turns the brakes off. Because when I first had stop, I remember the brakes were on permanently. How do you spell forward? F-O-R. Forward 5. Brake work 2. Yeah, brake work. Yeah, brakes works too. Yeah. I assume it would work for. Would this make it more interactive? Do you think? Would this make things better? Put it on the moon. Put it on the moon. Yeah, I think that was one of the ideas behind this, was to see if we could put this on the moon. Gary's not putting a number. I'm not sure if it takes into account the number, because when it's moving, so we type in bright. If you need a number, no, yeah, a number, it shows you how many seconds. Oh, it is, yeah. Steering right for 1 second, Gary Blue. Yeah, it is. It does take into account when you don't put a number. It does, sorry. But you have to account. Why isn't it not doing anything right now? Lock third person view. All right, okay. There we go. Because I think in testing, we got it to roll over. That's why we're only putting low power on the wheels. It only provides a small amount of power to the wheels, the commands, because in testing we got it to roll over. I know how you put it on the moon just for fun. Do you want? Not if you want to do it. It's legit. I'd like to fly it rather than just use the console to put it anywhere or the alt menu, however you bring it up. I'd rather fly it to the moon. But that could be something we do in game. You know, we could put a docking port in this and put it on the top of a rocket and then fly it. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Alt F12. I'm not going to mess with that menu at the moment, Gar. I mean, you know, one of my rules to keeping the game realistic. I'd like to fly this out to the moon, though. I'd like to fly it out to the moon. Or Minmus. I think the moon would be better. The extra gravity might help. Juna. Oh, it'd be ambitious to get it out to Juna, though. It'd be ambitious to get it out to Juna. We can change the rover design, because what it does, it looks at the name of the rover. The name of the rover is CARP1, CAR, like chat rover augmented vehicle, whatever. And so we can literally rename anything. We can rename any rover in game to this name, and it'll become controllable by chat. Slowly moving backwards. Backwards works too. Is it reverse or backwards? Or backward? Sorry. I put reverse. You're going to put it on the moon another day, or could we do it today since the program broke for the other game you made? I'm not going to do it today because I'd like to fly it out there. I don't know. Hang on. I mean, we could put a docking port on the bottom or something and then attach it to the top of a rocket. Couldn't we? Explode 10,000. Because I've got a couple of rovers in orbit, which I was going to transport out to Minmus. And we could always rename one of those to the same name as this, and then it could be controlled by chat. We can make a new rover design. Yeah, we can make a new rover design. Yeah, we could easily make a new rover design. And land that on the moon. There's a cat that's staring at me on my left. I don't know what she wants. Right, she just left my room. Right. Well, have you had enough playing with this? Does anyone want to play with this a bit more? Wait, my brain just had an idea. What if chat makes the chat-controlled rover? Am I smart or am I not? Well, I don't understand what you're implying. I mean, because... Well, what sort of things would you like to see on the rover? What sort of things would you like to see on the rover? Because I like to try and make things realistic and like not with too much clipping and things like that. Like tell you how to make it. Or what would you like to see on the rover anyway? Does that clip on the ground? Oh, it is above the ground. Okay. So one of the things with this chat control rover now is I don't have any control over it. It's only controlled by chat. I can hit the WASD controls and nothing's working. You can see down here the WASD controls. Nothing's working. It's only controlled by chat. Boosters for extra speed. No clipping, no fun. I mean, a limited clipping, like we got stuff like that, but just so it looks realistic. That's just my personal restrictions, that's all. Oh, I got a cat that's meowing. I got a cat that's meowing behind me. Hang on. So I'll be back in a bit. Sorry. She just wanted to go outside, so open the door for her. She's been busy. There's 2 moth carcasses downstairs on the floor. Right, forward 5. Do you want to keep playing with this, or should we recover it and try and send her over to the moon? All right, send it. Okay, recover. Let's recover this. Scratch my ears. My ears are itchy. I don't know why. Send it. Let I click the space. Let I click the space. Because we've got a couple of rovers in orbit. Their destination was supposed to be Minmus. Sure, we got a couple of rovers in orbit. I'll be back. I'm getting water. Okay. Let us. It's not this one. No, not this one. Oh, autocorrect on your phone is really annoying, isn't it? The number of backspaces you've got to do when correcting things on your phone. I can't remember how to play KSP. 107, 76. Sorry, I'm just going to bring this stage back. We do have a couple of rovers in orbit, but they're small rovers, so we could rename one of those to the same name as chat controlled rover. Then chat can have control over it. Just watching the apoapsis go down. There we go. Minus F5. We'll just bring this back to KSP and then KSC. You're in a tent in the north of Scotland? That's why you're on your phone? Wow. That's awesome, Gary. A tent in the north of Scotland. I'm jealous because I want to drive up there. It's one of my ambitions to drive around the north of Scotland, north coast of Scotland. I really want to go over the Sky Bridge. Hello, that SSTO guy. We will be trying to get a rover to Minmus once I've brought this back. The left part, north, right part on one of the islands. because what I've done on Google Maps is I did this a couple of years ago when I wasn't in a very good place mentally. I just spent a couple of weeks, going looking on Google Maps, investigating the entire coast of Scotland and just looking at the where I can go, where I can park the car, writing notes about where I can drive, where I can park the car, where I can stay. You have a laptop with me, but it's not comfortable to play. Oh, hang on. KSB's sound is coming through the speakers. It's not coming through my headset. There you go. I've changed it now. My mistake. The microphone was working, but the headset wasn't. Not as north as you think. Just AB51 postcode. What's AB? AB. Sorry, I'm just going to look on the maps. Aberdeenshire. Angus Steakhouse. Control this thing. I was trying to get the thing over there, not V. So, right, F is what I wanted. There you go, F. Now it'll keep us on course. Don't know how much fuel we got. There you go. I don't think it'll get us back to the runway. Probably still going in the drink. Yeah, like I was saying, I spent some time looking at Scotland. I'd love to go up there. Love to drive up there. My car's not good enough to do those sort of miles, though. My car's got a lot of issues. And I don't have the money anyway.
Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Terrain, terrain. Pull up.
Okay, sorry if that was boring. 3 hours away from home. So you got access to all the great landscapes up there. Great. Because I've been watching some of Neil Oliver's walk videos and she's doing showing some of the landscapes of that part of Scotland. Because he's in Stirling and he's driven and gone around that part of Scotland on his YouTube channel. I've got a couple more driving videos to go onto my automotive channel as well. What is that? What are we doing? We're looking for those rovers. Sorry, I'm forgetting what. That's our primary mission in this stream is to get those rovers to the moon or Minmus. They are. I've got 2 rovers in orbit. I'm sure we have. It's got to be these then. Come on, load. No, they're not here. What did we do with them? Where are they? Can't remember what we were doing. Mostly what you can visit or stone or castle or stone or more stones. I got a feeling we might have punted them out to Minmus already. Sorry, it's been a while since I played Kerbal Space Program. I can't remember what we were doing last time. But the landscapes up there, Gary, are nice, though. The landscapes are great. Take your cameras. What's this? Thomas Telford. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. We've got 2 rovers here. See, they're only little rovers. They're only little. But we could take one of these and rename it to Carp 1 and allow chat to control it. There you go. So this is what we've done. They're both here on... Now, we've got 2 ways of getting these down to the surface. We've got the rig that can land the tug, or we can bring the crane up from the surface and pick these up. So we're already in Minmus orbit. So if we're already in Minmus orbit, we'll get them to Minmus. Tug lander. See, there's the tug lander here. We could try the tug lander. Mostly you can visit or stone or castle. Stone is more stones, yeah. So what you're saying is there's not much to visit. But then if you live in a place, you don't see the interesting places to visit. I mean, down here in South Wales, we tend to have landscape features or castles as well. But we do have places like the Air Museum. That's ascending nodes. We need to do that anti-normal. But you get industrial history places. We're walking a lot. Yeah, I went to an air museum last time. It was nice. Yeah, there's a few air museums up in Scotland, but I think a majority of the air museums are in England, aren't they? I don't know particularly. I do have a list of all the air museums in the country on Google Maps. I know there's one up your way, but I don't know how close it is to you or where it is exactly. Because the only air museum I've been to is the Swam near us, which is South Wales Air Museum, that only started about 5 years ago. And I got videos on the channel, and videos on the other channel will be going up. Yeah, have you seen a Concorde? Yeah. Yeah, there's one of the prototype Concordes is up there in a museum, isn't it? It's one of the pre-production prototypes. Is up in Scotland somewhere. What channel? I've got. Because I've got. Where's my. So I've got aviation videos on this channel. So on this channel, I've got aviation videos. No, it was a flying one. Yeah, it was a flying one. It was a flying one. I mean, you saw a flying. No, not flying, but it wasn't a prototype. I believe the one in Scotland is a pre-production aircraft because they had 4 prototype Concords. You had 2 early ones. There's one in Toulouse, I believe, or it might be Le Bourget. And one of the prototypes is in the Fleet Air Arm Museum. Then you had the pre-production. They had 2 pre-production aircraft, which were basically almost production standard. They're used just to do the trial flights. And I believe it's one of those that's in Scotland. And then you had the production aircraft. So it was a flying prototype, but it wasn't the one that went into service, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to have to look this up. I'm going to have to look this up. Oh, no, you might be right, because I think that pre-production one is in Brooklands, and the one in Scotland was a production one. Yeah, hang on. Sorry, I need to look this up now. Right, if we go to aircraft on display, list of Concorde aircraft, right? There you go. See, you had the 2 prototypes, right? And you got, and this one's in the Fleet Air Arm Museum. See, the prototypes looked different because they had the different nose, they had shorter tail, the afterburners and the reversers were different, and they also had rather than tail wheels, they had a tail bumper. And then the production aircraft, this is one in Le Bourget. And then the production aircraft, they had 2 pre-production aircraft, right? And see, the first flew, and then you had the production aircraft. So where's the one? BOAC is at Manchester. I've been on BOAC. I've photographed. I've got a photograph of me sat inside the air intake on BOAC. BOAA is the one that's oh, there you go. National Museum of Scotland. Is this it? The final journey was transported to the National Museum of Scotland East Watch. Oh, so it is. The BOAA is the one that's up there. This is the one then. This is the one. So it is a full production one that's up in Scotland. It is a full production one. It is a full production one. BOAE, and BOAG. I've got photographs of BOAG as well. BOAG is the one that's in Seattle. Right, this is the one that caused me a lot of embarrassment, this did. This one caused me a lot of embarrassment because I used to work in aviation, and this thing was parked outside the hangar. And they asked me to close the hangar doors when it was being tested, and I didn't know how to, because I was just a lowly mug, working for my contract. On my contract, I didn't know how to close the hangar doors, and they started one of the afterburners up, and it was outside the hangar. So this thing caused me a lot of embarrassment. Because I couldn't. Just shit. Flipping aeroplanes. I'm not going to work with aeroplanes again. Well, I don't know. I might. I'd like to go back to working with aeroplanes. What we do? We're doing stuff in KSP. I forgot what we're doing. Hang on. Because I got photographs of Concords. I've shown them on screen on stream before now, haven't I? If anyone wants to see some of my Concorde pictures. Yeah, the Air Museum near me have got a few issues. They've got a 146, a British Aerospace 146 that they own, but it's over the other side of a fence, and they need a crane or something to get it over the fence. Oh yeah, I was going to show my aviation YouTube channel, wasn't I? That's what I was going to do. Go home. So I got the aviation YouTube channels, Pebble Cups Aviation. And I got like videos of the Air Museum, the Air Museum close to me. This is the Air Museum close to me. All right, okay. See you, Gary. Thanks for chatting, though. Thanks for chatting. Yeah, I mean, what time is it? It's 2:43 in the morning, and if you're in a tent up there in the wilderness, yeah. I'll try. Oh, link. Hang on, link. I don't have as many aviation videos on that channel as I used to because working in aviation and that. I'd like to do more on that channel though. A while back, I was at the one in the US. It was super cool. Yeah, there's two Concords in the States. There's one in New York on a barge or on the dockside, isn't it? They moved it to the dockside next to Intrepid, and they got the other one in Seattle. Museum of Flight. Speaking of aviation museums, I'm really enjoying the Kermit Weeks as he's building up Fantasy of Flight again. It's in Florida, that is, halfway between Tampa and Orlando. All right, should we try this? Because this hasn't always worked very well in the past, but is a way of getting the lander down to the surface. If we could. get the tug down to the surface. Just go and check something on the other channel. On the other, where is the folder? They had tons of stuff, plus they had some space stuffs too. One of the things they had was a Gemini capsule with the glider thing on it. A glide. Oh yeah, that's right. One of the Geminis. One of the ideas with Gemini is to get them to glide down with a flexible wing that came out, wasn't it? That was one of the ideas with Gemini. They'd have a flexible wing, so you could glide it, give it in quotes cross range capability, so you could sort of glide it back or fly it back. It's like Gemini had forward facing windows or something like that. So it looked absolutely insane. Like a parasail. Is that what it's called? Parasail? Once we dock this, I'm going to go see what my cat is up to because I got the door open downstairs. Yeah, I was intending to make a new lander for the tugs. one which something like this, but that we can sort of stabilize the tug in the middle. Apollo 11 command module. Yeah, I mean, that's all that came back from the Apollo craft, wasn't it? The command modules. And there's a few in museums. I've seen the one in London. I've seen the one in London a few times. Right, F5. Let's do a slow save as well. Right, F5 again. Gotta try and get this down to the surface. Problem is, it becomes wibbly and the Kraken wants to chew this to pieces. I guess if we start move some of the weight into the center, that might help. Right, try and land close to where all our other things are, otherwise we'll have the rovers so far away. Yeah, the command modules seem quite small, don't they? Because I take it Orion is much larger. Where's the base? Did I miss it? I must. There it is. There. Do F5 now. I'm worried about the weight as well on this. So if we try and do everything we can to move weight into the middle. Orion's about 5 meters diameter and Apollo is about 4. Oh, so it's not like massive difference. But I guess the internal volume was enough that it made enough of a difference. I guess modern materials as well means you probably got more internal space. How does everyone feel about the way Endeavour is now displayed in California? The orbiter, Endeavour, because it's mounted as if it's vertical. And I mean, it's interesting, but then I kind of like the idea of being able to walk around an orbiter. I would have liked to have seen one of the orbiters being in a museum that you can actually go inside it. I think that would have been cool. But they haven't, have they? Atlantis Discovery, because Discovery is the one that's on its wheels. Atlantis is the one that's displayed in the sides as if it's in orbit, and then Endeavour is the one that's displayed as if it's being launched. I think the best displays is Atlantis. Yeah, Atlantis is probably the one that's best displayed, yeah. I think Discovery, the way it's displayed, we need one that's displayed like that. But I'm not sure if displaying Endeavour the way it is was the right thing to do. Because I would have liked to have seen. I suppose you can get close. They've got walkways around it, but I haven't seen enough of the pictures, to be honest. I'd still like to go there. I'd still love to go there and see it. So this is one of the problems with this. It goes wibbly. We need a way of stabilizing them, really. Are you able to dock a craft at 2 points? I never really tried. I haven't tried either, but it's possible to have a same vessel interaction. So I assume if you dock one port and then set the other ports to same level interaction, then you can, I assume. We've got all this speed. We're coming in too fast. Coming in too fast. Coming in too fast. Coming in too fast. Got to get 3 meters per second. Coming in too fast. Coming in too fast. Oh, there we go. 3 meters. We need to get it under 3 meters per second, don't we? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Brilliant. Okay. Brilliant. I thought we were going to be all messed up then, but like we're within walking distance of the base anyway. I thought they're going to be all messed up then. All right, all right. Frame rate's gone really low. I think it's because we got all this stuff on Minmus. Right now, how are we going to get these rovers off here now? Bob's on board, but he's only a scientist. Bob is on board. He's only a scientist, though. Right, if we press F5, right? Undock. See what happens. Oh, we can't switch to it. Oh, I was wanting to switch to it. It blew up. It blew up. It blew up. F9. Yeah, docking via two docking ports. What I assume is you dock one and then you select same vessel interaction on the other docking port and it'll dock two. But I've not tried it. And of course, you need both docking ports aligned somehow. You select control from there and then undock. Right. All right, okay, we're going. We got it. Right. Extend. Extend. There we go, we got a rover. Although it's going the wrong way. The controls are reversed. Why are the controls reversed? Controls are reversed. If there we go. Right, SSTO guy, I'm not sure if there's anyone still here from earlier. We can rename this rotor. You might need to set the probe control to move forward. What I did, I just reversed the traction motor. Right, if I go F5, right, and then what we'll do, we will rename vessel, right? We will call this C.A.RP. Hang on, oh, caps lock is on. Is that the right name? Is that the right name, Carp1? Let me just check that's the right name. I'll just check that's the right name. Let me go here. Yeah, Carp1, right? So now, if get rid of the brake, right? If you go, it works. It works. We got a chat controlled rover on Minmus. It works. There you go. Now I no longer have control over this rover. Only chat has control over this rover. There you go. We don't have a solar panel on here, so I think we're going to have to modify this with a solar panel. The problem I got now is I don't know how to regain control. Turn the lights off, but we're gonna have to bring a Kerbal out here to stick a solar panel on. I think I got the Kerbals to stick a small solar panel on top because the last rover blew up. It randomly broke. Oh, why does it say locked? Oh, we can't lock behind, can we? Auto, free, chase. Auto. Are you able to rename it back? I don't know. If we rename vessel, right, we call it R11, right? Accept. No, I still don't have control. I still don't have control. But now chat won't be able to control it. Like, see, now chat can't control it either. No, I still don't have control. Yeah, there's not much gravity. It's like driving on ice. But anyway, that's what the others were saying earlier. They wanted a rover on the moon or Minmus that they could control. And that's what this is now. Okay, all right, that's all right. Well, let's break that. Let's break that, and let's see if I can switch to another vessel. Can't switch vessels while moving over surface. Right. So I assume I've still got control now. Yeah, because look, the engine bells are moving, so I got control again. What was the problem with this? This didn't have enough power. This didn't have enough power that it couldn't mine throughout the night. It needed more batteries. This is what we got to bring batteries up for this. Okay, we'll try and get the other rover off. So if we F5, right, control from here. F5 again. Yeah, controls are still reversed. We'll just reverse the motor. We'll leave one of these rovers just named as whatever it's named, which is Mosquito's rover. We'll call this Mosquito 2 because the first rover was called Mosquito and it blew up, so we'll call it Mosquito 2. So we've got chat controlled rover, and both of them need solar panels. So we're going to have to modify them with solar panels at some point. All right, put the brakes on there. Okay. Got a lot of stuff here on Minmus, aren't we? We're going to have to try and get rid of some of this stuff. Alright, I'm tired. I'm going to take a rest. How long have I been streaming? It's 3:17 in the morning. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 41 minutes. It was an interesting stream earlier on because we had Chatterina. Experimenting with Chatterina. So I think I'm going to take a rest. Thanks for chatting, that SSTO guy. Sorry, I'm going to have to end the stream now. Let's go back and put my kitty on there. So I'm just going to scroll up, see who was chatting today. We had Gary Blue chatting, and he's up in the wilderness at the moment. SSTO guy. We had Ship, and we had someone else. There was someone else who's chatting. Happy, that's right. It's Happy Ship, Gary Blue. Okay, sound good. Have a good night. Oh, thanks for chatting. Thanks for being here, STO, and I'll see you again. So yeah, stream of 2 hours 42 minutes, and it's currently 3:18 in the morning. Right. Good night. Good morning.